Hello everybody and welcome to the second Pokemon Battle Revolution battle of this 19-hour marathon. I've said 18 before, but I actually left out one of my passes in my notes. So it's actually going to be 19 hours long. Oops. There's going to be an error in a future video too, but just keep that in mind. It's actually 19 hours, so this is longer than you guys are thinking, or you guys thought the first time. So I'm up against a person named Fiasa, and I'm looking at her team, and I can't really pinpoint exactly who I expect to see. I mean, typically when Salamence is on a team, I expect to see it, and also Gallade, but I need to prepare for Swellow most of all, because Swellow is one of those Pokemon that even though it's really predictable, you can rest assured that it will tear your team apart even if you're not prepared for it, and you don't have a Pokemon that can counter it well enough, because it's so fast and so strong. But I decided to use Bastiodon in this battle because I don't use him that much. Because typically, he either takes way too long and draws the battle out because of his moveset, or he just ends up fainting just like that. So Bastiodon is either too resilient or too frail to really use in battle in most situations, but this time I decided to use him because I thought he would be a good idea, especially considering the fact that a lot of Fiasa's team I didn't think would do too well against Bastiodon, except Typhlosion, and of course Typhlosion is up first.
And now the battle begins. The red corner makes the first attack. A rigid shot.
One other problem with this Bastiodon, obviously, is its predictability. Once it uses Metal Burst, the opponent knows exactly what's going to come, so it's kind of hard to work a strategy in. They may not expect Toxic, and if I expect my opponent to use something like Crobat typically sets up a lot, I taunt it and then force it to use an attack, and then I Metal Burst, but then they can always switch out and just screw Bastiodon over. And so this Typhlosion actually has two Fire-type moves. Overheat, I did not see that coming. I thought another Flamethrower was coming, or he would switch. I mean, she would switch, sorry. Fiasa is a female. But luckily I have Dodrio, who is really fast, and I don't think Dodrio gets a lot of credit just because it's one of the standard normal flying types, but I really like it because of its speed and its power, and this Dodrio is actually one of my best Pokemon, period. Out of all of my passes, it has racked up a lot of kills for me, or knockouts, whatever. And since it's so fast, obviously I can put it up against Typhlosion with no problem.
It went down.
And here's that pesky Swellow. This is precisely why I brought Plusle along with me. And I mean, I'm assuming, you know, since most Swellow use Protect on the first turn, I'm assuming that's what it's gonna do. But of course I always end up second guessing myself and thinking that they would predict that I switch out or do something crazy, and then that'll just screw me over completely. But I do decide to switch out here, anticipating a Protect, because that will allow me to get Plusle out without any harm done if all things go according to plan, and have Plusle's Focus Sash intact.
The blue corner calls their Pokemon back. Plusle is sent out.
Of course.
The move fails.
Now what I'm hoping here is that Fiasa does not switch out herself, because if she switches out here, then that will completely screw over my whole strategy. Luckily, she does not, and Plusle has a focus sash, so it will lead, or it will survive this hit.
By Thunderbolt. Taken down by an intense blow.
Alright, so with Gallade, I see Shadow Sneak a lot, so either way, Plusle is definitely going to go down this turn, because I know a Thunderbolt, barring a critical hit, and a Gallade that has really abysmal special defense will not go down to it, to a Thunderbolt. It would have been really dumb for me to switch in Dodrio anyway, so Plusle is going down, but not without doing a really good job for Carmen.
It couldn't take it. It's down.
And so Dodrio is back in action, and I think that Fiasa would have had a much better chance had she swapped out Swellow for Gallade beforehand, because that Thunderbolt did not do as even half damage. I don't know if that was just the low end of the attack, or if that was, you know, around the amount of damage it should have done. But I think she would have had a good chance had Swellow been swapped out and Plusle been attacked by Gallade first before bringing Swellow back in. But I thought that was a good match overall, and I really got to show what Plusle's made of against Swellow, I guess. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that battle, as well as the first one, and I'll see y'all later.